at our winners and losers of the WRC in Central Europe. We've obviously talked about the winners, but let's have a look. You know, you've probably got a bit of an idea. The guy in last, as it's kind of like a thing now, as kind of like usual. Sadly, it's Gregor Monster, who you know, I think on the Friday, didn't do particularly well, landed badly, and his speed. He's in an M Sport. It is always going to be difficult, isn't it? It's always going to be difficult. Next up then is this man here, Nouvel, who was doing okay. He looked average to his teammate, especially Ott Tanak, and he's just not been with it this year, has he? So the second biggest loser of the Central European Rally is sadly Nouvel. I don't know what's gone. It's kind of like someone else has stepped in his skin. He's just not the same guy as he was last year. I imagine it's the car and the tyres, possibly the car, because Ott Tanak decided to take the 2024 car that was at Monte Carlo, the Monte Carlo spec, and ended up doing a lot better. Fair play for Ott Tanak for taking that risk. Next up, he may have done really good on Sunday, but that one mistake that could, maybe not, but could have cost him the World Championship for 2025. A very uncharacteristic error, and obviously last year, looking at Central Europe last year, was Seb OJ. Yeah, not great at all. Next up is Sami Piari. Yeah, why so far down? Because, I mean, if he wasn't an M Sport, I'd kind of understand, yeah? But he's not. He is in and now the 2025 championship winning Toyota team. We do better. And because it was a harsh rally, that's why I put Josh McLaren ahead of Piari. I think he did a fairly good job. He didn't borderline respectful is pretty much what I'm going to go with. And then we've got Mr. Formo, who did a C minus, I guess, if you want to give him anything, like a very kind of did his job, very average. But then again, it's probably to the detriment of Ott Tanak. Had the vision of taking the older car. He didn't for whatever reason, and it may have really hurt him. But next up, with the top four, kind of like, it's really boring really, because they're in the order that they finished in the rally. But it's Takamoto Katsuta, a really solid fourth. Okay, he didn't set the world alight, but he didn't make a Taka-esque mistake, which I think is very important for Takamoto Katsuta. So absolutely congratulations, Taka. You finished fourth. Well done. That is, I think that's where you, at the minimum, should have been. Next up, we've got Ott Tanak. I was debating putting Ott Tanak ahead of Elfyn Evans simply because, hear me out, I think the car, even with the 24 car, the Hyundai car seemed to be so difficult this weekend and so inconsistent. He did a marvellous job just to get it to third without putting it in the wall or a tree or a grass verge, like some people did. So he just misses out on our podium spot, so to speak. And it's Elfyn Evans that did in the end, because of the fight with Ott Tanak. I mean, he risked it all. He knew whatever happened, really, as long as he finished, he's going to take that championship lead. But he still had the cojones, so to speak, to beat Ott Tanak. And we know how fast Ott Tanak is when that Hyundai's right, which I don't think it was. I think the lack of Ott Tanak being happy with the handling in the Toyota really helped Elfyn Evans, and not to take anything away from what was an amazing Wolf Power stage for Elfyn Evans. But this guy here showed them all off, going neck and neck with Seb OJ until Seb OJ was the one to blink first and yeeted it into the landscape. Kalle Rovanperä didn't. He is our star rally driver of the year, in spite of the fact that he's retiring. He's probably got nothing to lose. But wouldn't it be great for him if the World Rally Championship goes into single-seaters? I mean, that would be absolutely amazing for Rally, because I'm sure he will obviously end up doing amazing as well. So congratulations to Kalle Rovanperä. If you made it to the end, though, please consider giving us a subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing if you want to subscribe. You just clicking on this video, though, is more than enough for us. But until then, we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching. But above all else, stay safe.